Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Eagles of Houston taking on the Bengals of Orlando. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Pick artist, pass commit, bunch of fucking run abilities, pick artist.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Short throw caught by Dosich. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It makes sense my old boy ran stretch. I don't know why he was stretch. Like, bro, what? The nigga got a motherfucking dead in the middle with inside run abilities. Of course he ran stretch. I'm running at that nigga. I suck.
After a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Check that. Street. 19 tight. Not saying 19. Come 19. Warriors,
now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh. Bring it here. Bring it motherfucking here.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Keep pushing the ball downfield. All about that teamwork. Trap 60. Ready.
Stroud to throw it. Rifles one that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he takes this back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception.
That's such bullshit.
For the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there.
When has a motherfucker ever been able to do that?
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Well, I see what the issue is.
Pick 6, they'll get another shot at it
Drag
now,
instead of slant. That's what I fucked up at.
Fair catch. Gonna
That's
be
what we fucked up at. Let's be smarter than that now. Let's be smarter than that. This nigga gets no easy games, bro.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
We got Jalen Carter breaking shit.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
On first down, here's Stroud. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. The Bengals at 8-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First and 10, it's Stroud. This one is caught, it's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
The throwing again is Stroud. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On second down, it's Stroud. And he fires one incomplete. Looking for Sky Moore that time. And it's third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on third down now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Hurts going to move him around. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it down to the 28. 2nd and 7. Here's a give up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3rd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. That one goes for 8 yards. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This is 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Fighting him off. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They go play action with Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
With a quick throw, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Riddick with a carry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Seven Pirates. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Hurts completing this one quickly. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Hurts looking to change the play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
This taken in at the goal line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Yeah! Go, take it to the house. Bring it in. Go the distance. Go the distance.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. That was a good, forceful run. And it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Throwing now is Stroud. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
He finds Reddick complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Outright and brought in by Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here goes Stroud again. This pass complete to Melton. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, first and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Bo Melton with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bengals have recovered it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
19 right. 18, 5 in. Trap 60, trap 60.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. Stroud to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg Dulcich, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a bit closer. McPherson on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete there to Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Stroud. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
60 Mavericks.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Seven Pirates.
Again, it's Stroud. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. 19 Tiger. 18 Radiant. Panther 11. 70 Rangers.
Stroud looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Melton. Touchdown, Bengals. Boyd Melton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Cup 19. Warriors 70.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hit the painter, fellas. Get some momentum here,
Now Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
19 right. 18, high there. Grab 50, grab 50.
Stroud to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 183 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Flush to his right. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Going to be caught here, left side, Moore. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And they will take a knee here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this way.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.
Why would I hold him out for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black.